The proceedings of the Kendall College of Art and Design of Ferris State University 2022 commencement ceremony have now begun. Please remain standing and join in singing America the Beautiful. You may be seated. To all gathered, it is my pleasure to present Tara McCracken, President of Kendall College of Art and Design of Ferris State University.
Thank you, Susanna. Welcome to KCAD's 2022 commencement ceremony. Before we recognize our graduates and our graduation candidates today, I would like to share a few housekeeping items with you. Exits are conveniently located throughout the auditorium. Restrooms are located on both the upper and lower levels, right outside the auditorium. KCAD ushers are available at each exit if you need any assistance. Photography is welcome, but please know that KCAD will also be capturing the special moments from today and sharing these with our graduates and their supporters at kcad.edu/commencement by May 20th. This information is also noted on the inside front cover of your program. And if you have not already done so, please silence your phones because you don't want to be that person. While ceremonial in nature, this is a celebration, and we encourage you to applaud and cheer. We are thrilled to be able to gather in person this year to celebrate our graduates here in the amazing Forest Hills Fine Arts Center. I've said that wrong every time. Forest Hills Fine Arts Center. We are grateful for the opportunity to host our celebration here, and I would like to thank the center's manager, Jeremy Cox, for welcoming us and collaborating with us on this milestone event. I would also like to call attention to the Master of Art Education Graduate Showcase that is currently on display in the lobby gallery space. If you haven't had a chance to view the graduate level work, I hope you will do so before leaving today. It is now my pleasure to introduce the members of the platform party joining me on stage. I would ask that as I call your name, that you rise to be recognized and remain standing until all are introduced. I also ask that all applause be held until all members of the platform party have been introduced. Rupesh Srivastava, Ferris State University Board of Trustees. Stephen Helko, Dean of Academic Affairs. Dr. Susanna Engbers, Grand Marshal, Professor and Chair, General Education. Hannah Mabey, Master of Fine Arts degree and Master of Arts degree, class of 2022. Michaela Porti, valedictorian, class of 2022. Ian Stallings, honorary doctorate. And Lori Faulkner, associate professor and chair of the Fashion Studies program. And now, please welcome Hannah. You guys can sit down. Thank you. And now, please welcome Hannah Mabey, who is the candidate for the Master of Fine Arts degree and the Master of Arts degree, and has been selected by the graduate program faculty to present our welcoming address.
Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome students, administration, faculty, and staff, as well as our family and friends, to this commencement celebration. It's an honor to be here today and to celebrate our graduation with you all. In my first year as a graduate student at Kendall, I was immersed in opportunities. I was a continuing studies instructor, a graduate assistant for 2 professors, Diane Zao and Boyd Quinn. I had 2 retail jobs, and I taught workshops at an art institute. On top of that, I was a full-time graduate student, and I decided to double major. Well, Diane encouraged me to double major, which seemed like a great idea at the time. Now, at the finale of my academic career, I am past president of the Master's Student Collective, a graduate assistant for the same 2 professors, still teaching workshops, student director of the school's gallery, and a full-time stressed-out graduate student. I did, however, realize that retail wasn't for me. When asked to be the welcoming address commencement speaker, I thought, what an honor. So I replied yes and said, thank you so much for asking me with a simple email. Now here I stand, completely stressed out in front of all of you. It's like the stress I felt writing my thesis over and over and over again, or laminating 200 paintings with 800 hole punches and connecting it to a pipe tunnel for an installation project. Once again, thank you, Kendall, for getting me out of my comfort zone. In all seriousness, I've had so many opportunities in my time here. I feel that the faculty, along with administration and staff, have supported me and challenged me to grow and succeed. At the beginning of my academic journey, I saw myself as someone who is creative and dedicated to my practice, but still fairly introverted. Kendall has helped me tap into my potential as someone who is capable of more and who can rise to any occasion. As a painter, I have the tendency to overwork my paintings, to layer over things that others considered successful or done until it becomes a bit chaotic. It can be disheartening to hear people say, oh, I liked it better before, or I wish you would have left it how it was, even though I wasn't satisfied with it. However, my professor Diane would always say that it's not bad, it's just not done yet. I've come to believe that this is a life skill. If you're feeling like your choices haven't gotten you to where you want to be, continue to push through and be true to yourself. Life is messy, but if you work through the mess, you will find your success. And that rhymed, so it must be true. When you experience failures and missteps, and trust me, we all do, they only add to the beauty of the final product, although you might need a new canvas now and again. Once again, I'd like to thank the faculty, staff, and administration here at Kendall. Also, I'd like to give a special shout out to Joe and Lonnie, the security guards. They remember all of our names, ask how we're doing, and are always there to help with any situation, whether it was relocating a surplus of disco balls, a 10-foot tall painting that wouldn't easily fit through the door, or the infamous locked out of a room again. I found such a welcoming community here at Kendall and in Grand Rapids. I was sad last year when Boyd retired, and I was elated when he returned 6 months later to adjunct. Change is inevitable. However, we can network and stay connected as graduates, friends, and colleagues. Being surrounded by a supportive community of artists, designers, architects, and like-minded individuals doesn't end today. So look out, Diane and Boyd. Maybe I'll be back. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. I'm delighted to join you in welcoming the families, friends, and guests who are with us, as well as our honorees today, in the celebration of our annual graduation ceremony. Now, let us recognize an important part of our community, the college's staff and administration. Every one of them has contributed to the success of the graduates we are celebrating today, And while not many of us are on stage with us, you may have noticed that they are located throughout the auditorium and building, making sure that today's celebration is as wonderful as possible. I invite all members of the staff and administration to rise and be recognized. Our graduates' achievements reflect their talent, intelligence, and dedication, but their development as artists, designers, scholars, and educators would not be possible without the guidance and mentorship of the KCAD faculty. I invite all members of the faculty to rise to be recognized. Let us also acknowledge those who have stood with our students, providing support, love, and guidance. Our thanks to you too, our students' families, friends, and mentors. You also deserve our recognition and applause. At this point in our ceremony, I recognize those members of our academic community who are retiring this year. Today, we recognize 2 outstanding faculty members who are retiring as we conclude our spring 2022 semester. Suzanne Yonkman is retiring from the position of professor in KCAD's graphic design program. Suzanne joined the KCAD community in 2000 and served as the program's chair between 2010 and 2011 and 2012 and 2013 academic years. Suzanne was also a committed supporter of the American Advertising Federation of West Michigan, spearheading KCAD's collaboration and support for the Addy Awards, all while encouraging our students to compete and be recognized for their work, not only locally, but oftentimes on the national level. Cindy Todd is retiring from the position of professor in KCAD's art education program. Cindy joined the KCAD community in 2004 and served as the program's chair for most of her time at KCAD. In addition to this, she has co-chaired 2 presidential search committees and served as the Senate chair of the KCAD College Senate for 2 full academic years, from 2010 to 2012. Beyond KCAD's campus, Cindy has been integral to the development and the ongoing success of the Grand Rapids Public Schools Museum School, which was developed in partnership with the Grand Rapids Public Schools, Grand Rapids Public Museum, Grand Valley State University, and Kendall College of Art and Design. In addition to her work at KCAD and in Grand Rapids, Cindy has been recognized statewide and nationally through the Michigan Art Education Association and the National Art Education Association, of which she is also highly engaged. I am pleased to share that the Ferris State University Board of Trustees has awarded the title of Faculty Emeritus of Kendall College of Art and Design of Ferris State University to both Suzanne and Cindy in recognition of their exceptional work. On behalf of the entire KCAD community, I thank you both for your service and wish you the best in your next chapter. Please join me in showing our appreciation. I would also like to take a few moments to recognize 2 valued staff members who recently received the 2022 Ferris State University Distinguished Staff Award. Elisa Bond, KCAD Library Director. Elisa is known for her diligent work both as director and in her previous role as reference and instruction librarian. In both roles, Elisa has been responsible for oversight of a full-service academic library, as well as development and delivery of its resources. She has been integral to multiple projects to incorporate faculty and student artwork into the library environment. Elisa embraces the leadership opportunities, variety of responsibilities, and the all-hands-on-deck approach involved in maintaining a smaller library. She enjoys working directly with students and creating comfortable, welcoming spaces for them to study, socialize, and belong. Elisa serves on the President's Equity Council, as well as on numerous KCAD academic committees to help advance the missions of KCAD and Ferris State University. Nicole DeCracker, KCAD Director of student engagement. Nicole DeCracker has served KCAD in many roles, supporting students in her current role as director. She has helped build resources, such as the KCAD Food and Wardrobe Pantry. This pantry started as a closet with basic food resources for students in need. And as more needs were identified, this pantry grew to include clothing and art supplies that are free to students who might need them. Nicole also serves on multiple campus committees to support the student experience and campus climate, as well as outreach to the larger Grand Rapids community. She is currently working with GR Friends of GR Parks system, I'm gonna get it right, Adopt a Park program, to facilitate KCAD's adoption of Rosa Parks Circle for the purpose of hosting community events. Downtown is our campus. Both Elisa and Nicole are well-deserving of this honor. I hope you will join me in congratulating them on this achievement and for their service to our graduates here today, as well as current and future students. In 1928, Helen Miller Kendall, an accomplished artist, philanthropist, and wife of furniture design legend David Walcott Kendall, established the David Walcott Kendall Memorial School as a way to continue her husband's legacy of creativity, education, and innovation. Now, 94 years since its founding, Kendall College of Art and Design of Ferris State University remains committed to this initial charge. Alongside Ferris State University, we recognize the vital role of design, art, and scholarship, and also the potential of the leaders being recognized here today. You may not know it yet, or maybe you do, but each of you are leaving KCAD with the ability to lead, to create what matters, to determine your path, and change the world through your work. As a woman who is responsible for leading an art and design college, I think about Helen Miller Kendall often. I wonder if she knew the impact that her decisions would have on the greater Grand Rapids area, our faculty and staff, and every student we have had the honor of teaching. She was a true innovator, and we are all better because of her foresight, and I believe Grand Rapids would not be what it is today without Kendall College of Art and Design. I also think she would join me in expressing pride for all that you have accomplished and excitement for the things that you will achieve in your professional lives. She would be, as you have heard me say many times, KCAD proud. As you move forward in your career or educational pursuits, I hope that you also remember some of the lessons you learned at KCAD beyond those of process and technique. When you experience failure, fail forward. Take something valuable from that experience. You can't control everything, and there will be challenges. Take a deep breath and remember you got this. Be open to opportunities. You never know where they may lead you. Lead with empathy, understanding, and openness. You are part of the solution. Wherever you find yourself in the world, seek out a creative community where you can continue to learn, grow, and innovate. Stay in touch. KCAD staff, faculty, and your fellow graduates are already part of your network, and we are some of your biggest fans. Today, you join the KCAD and Ferris alumni community as the future of design, of art, and of scholarship. We can't wait to see what you will do, and we will be cheering for you along the way. Congratulations. Each year, one KCAD student is chosen from the graduating class to receive the highest academic honor of valedictorian. Criteria for this honor are academic achievement, earning the majority or all of the 120 credits towards the degree at KCAD, the recommendation of the student's program faculty, community service to the college, and leadership qualities. Today, it is with great pleasure that I introduce drawing major and KCAD's 2022 valedictorian, Michaela Porti, to present our student address.
Hello, faculty, staff, family, friends, and my KCAD peers. It is such an honor to be the 2022 valedictorian, and I'm so grateful to be here today. I am grateful for the opportunity to speak about my KCAD experience, so much, in fact, that I wrote 3 different speeches in preparation, and here's hoping I picked the right one. What do you have to say? My drawing professor, Scott Dixon, was the first one to ask me that question at KCAD, and it's a question that has since been posed to me more times than I can count as a student. It's a question that constantly repeats in my head. I remember my peers making work about great losses and struggles in their life, and I looked at myself and thought, what could I possibly have to say? I came from a very loving family and had a comfortable and happy childhood. Now, don't get me wrong, I've always had a lot to say as far as socializing with the person next to me. But now, being an emerging artist, having something to say has a completely new meaning. The question should have been phrased, what do you have to contribute to the human race? That's what it felt like anyway. I wanted to create something new and compelling, but I felt paralyzed. I spent the next 2 years experimenting with multiple mediums like collage, paper making, charcoal, and making work about things I enjoyed and things that brought me peace. But I never really was able to say what was in my heart, what I was too afraid to say. In my last year at KCAD, I have figured out that talking about my own discomfort and struggles with vulnerability is what's important to me. And that's thanks to my amazing professors, Danielle Wyckoff, Scott Dixon, and Mario Versluis. Thank you for being you, and thank you for being my biggest advocates. You have filled these last few years with lifelong memories and knowledge. Thank you for laughing with us as we dressed up the classroom skeleton with scarves and hats and included him in critiques, and as we paraded around campus in our cardboard masks. You have helped push, and I mean really pushed, me further than I ever thought I could go. You guided and instructed my technique and asked the hard questions that not only informed my work, but also shaped me into the person I am today. I am so grateful to know you as people and artists. I cannot thank you enough for what you have done for me. As exciting as the future is, I hope that we also spend today appreciating the magic that is experiencing an art and design degree. I hope that we look back at this time in 20 plus years and we remember packing into the elevators and public buses with our portfolios, large paintings, Wacom tablets, and coffee cups. I hope we remember the frequent serenadings of the piano in the Commons and the red spinning chairs. You know the ones. I hope we remember all the little drawings, stickers, and Lego figurines hidden around campus. And most of all, I hope we remember how it was. The good, the challenging, the laughs, and the lifelong friendships, and the sense of community and belonging. I learned that there is power in your unique and individual experience. As artists and designers, we have the power to translate those experiences to others. I'm sure we've all heard the scoffs and doubt when you mention you're getting an art or design degree. But it is our job to use the impact of art and design to improve the world around us. We are inherently problem solvers. Everything possible goes wrong, and we say, that was interesting. What if we did this? We flip things on their head, break it, obscure it, and look at it in new ways and change things for the better. We have the potential to build a new world of art and design, one that is for everyone. I encourage you to keep moving after the deadlines and objectives cease. Show up, be an active member of your arts community, so that when we head into our creative practice and careers, they will look at us and ask, what do you have to say? And we will have the answer. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Michaela, for those inspiring words. It is my honor to introduce and recognize Ian Stallings as the KCAD's 2022 Honorary Doctorate. Ian earned a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in filmmaking and painting with a minor in architectural studies from the California College of Arts and Crafts, now the California College of Arts, in 1999. He began working in television advertising and commercial production upon graduation before launching Ian Stallings Design in 2004. Today, Ian is a renowned designer, maintaining a global residential and commercial projects portfolio on 3 continents. In addition to pursuing his interest in design, Ian is an accomplished artist, gallery owner, and the founder of the Wabash International Artist Residency. Ian is a true Renaissance creative. I was delighted to meet Ian soon after he relocated to East Lansing from the San Francisco area, and we soon began to explore opportunities for him to connect and collaborate with KCAD, as well as the art and design community in Grand Rapids. We have enjoyed having Ian on our campus and look forward to future opportunities for him to connect with our students and programs during visits, critiques, and presentations, as well as events. As you will soon hear, Ian has a vast amount of knowledge and experience to share with our campus community. Beyond connecting with KCAD as a mentor for emerging designers, artists, and scholars, Ian also has gone above and beyond to support KCAD students with the scholarship opportunities by establishing the Ian Stallings Design Scholarship Endowment. Ian, we are grateful for your support and willingness to serve as a mentor to KCAD students. Please join me at the podium. It is my distinct privilege, on behalf of Kendall College of Art and Design and Ferris State University's Board of Trustees, to bestow upon Ian Stallings the degree of Honorary Doctor of Arts. Congratulations, Ian, and welcome to the KCAD alumni family. I now invite you to share a few words of inspiration and encouragement with our graduates and graduate candidates.
Wow, it's an emotional day. You guys are making me tear up. I'm really, really proud of all of you, and I know you should be really proud of yourselves. I know everyone in the room is kind of glowing today for you. So, greetings and thank you to KCAD and the Ferris State University communities. I'd also like to thank the Ferris State Board of Trustees for honoring me today and allowing me to share today with all of you. As you heard from Tara, after traveling extensively, living in major cities around the country, I find myself again living in the Midwest, in Michigan, with my husband in East Lansing. During the last few years, I've been fascinated and honestly have fallen in love with Grand Rapids. What I found is a really creative community full of extremely talented people, all of you in this room. So it's been an extraordinary experience, and I've been really grateful for it. So I'm honored to speak to a new generation of creatives today. And after agreeing to give this speech, it hit me that because of the pandemic, I haven't spoken in public like this in 2 years. So please judge me lightly, because I'm a little anxious and nervy today. So with all those nerves and all that anxiety, I did what anybody does. I went to YouTube to research what I'm supposed to do exactly for a speech, so I watched every commencement speech I could find. And what I found was that most of the speakers, most of them came from working class backgrounds, and they always had these themes: take risks, fail, love what you do, trust yourself, don't settle, You can't do it all by yourself. And there was this pursuit to change the world, make it better, but it all seemed also to come down to encouraging a life of purpose and meaning that serves other people, not just yourself. So, with that research, I hope I do well by you today. So I grew up in a small town in northern Indiana, about 2.5 hours from here. And it was the 90s, and the messaging that I got, if I wanted to be successful, I had to get out. I had to escape. And it wasn't just that a brash and sensitive young gay teen like myself needed to get out, but like anyone had to get out. And so when I graduated from high school in 1995, that's what I did. I got as far away from home as I could. I went to San Francisco. I went to the Art Institute of San Francisco, and I got out. It was a big mixed bag of surprises, dashed expectations, adventure, culture shock. But the joy of newness was permeated that experience. There was a lot of homesickness as well. So I was living in this multicultural coastal city, but there was a lot of color in my life. And so I grew up with this idea of The Wizard of Oz, a movie that my grandmother had introduced me to and that we bonded over. And now it was really on my mind because I felt like I was living in Oz. So that first winter break, I went back to the Midwest, and it just felt as gray and dark and dead as Frank Baum's Kansas. I was happy to see my family, but it was so dark. And then I went back to sunny California, and I got a very rude awakening. See, they don't talk about the rainy season in California. It was so cold and so dark, and that rain felt like ice hitting your skin, and you couldn't get away from it. I don't think I saw the sun for 3 months. So the reason I share this, don't move away for the weather. Winter is everywhere. So I was in California, I was studying, I was in school, I was having a very similar experience to what you just have what you've just gone through. And then I had a friend who was a couple of years behind me in high school, and she called seeking my advice about art school. She was thinking about going to the Chicago Art Institute, and she was a little nervous about it, and I said, go, jump. Because I was looking into a mobility program to study art history, and Chicago was on my list. So we did it. I said, you go, I'll be there, a familiar face in the halls, I'll get these art history credits out of the way, it'll be a nice transition, so we did it together. That person who is so intimidated to go, who jumped, who took that leap of faith in herself and this new adventure, now lives in London with her 3 children, her lovely husband, and I'm a godfather because of those kids, and we've created collaboratively together for decades now. So keep your community close. Don't let go of each other. It's really important that you stay connected. You can't do it alone. So these nurtured connections that you've done over the last 3, 4, 5 years, continue them. It's really, really valuable. Speaking of those, I had a student trip to Paris, and I had made a pact with a friend that we were going to live together in Manhattan someday. So when I had graduated from college, I was working in film and media. I worked for a nonprofit. I worked for a film distribution company. Like most creative people right out of college, I waited tables, not very well, tended bar, worked in retail shops, did all kinds of stuff while I had a full-time creative job. And when I left, Raymond Saunders, my professor, said, "You're going to get distracted. You have to sit every day for at least an hour in whatever your creative space is, whatever your studio space is. Just sit there for an hour. Even if you have creative block, everything's going to start to pour out of you." It was the best advice I got ever, and I do it every day. I sit for an hour in a creative space doing something, and it always works. So in that, I left San Francisco, took Ray's advice, sat in my creative space every day, went to New York with my friend, made good on that pact, stayed in touch, and we made it through, and we got it done. Worked in media, did that for a few years. She was there, I was there. 9/11 almost kept us from meeting our goals, but we showed up anyway. It's something we keep as a badge of honor today that we made it through. Living in New York together, she did it for a decade. I moved back to San Francisco because I was feeling this pull. I was working in TV and media, but I really wanted my design piece, my interior design, city planning piece nurtured. So I found work with an antique dealer in San Francisco who was renovating a house. And I pulled permits, I drew furniture, I designed landscape layouts, I researched materials for public sidewalks, you name it, I did it. That small town Midwestern work ethic, I put to good use. And that one night at a dinner party, I met these people. They just clicked, those relationships that you've had your whole life. You meet somebody new and you're like, how have I not known you forever? And we've been friends ever since. And so a week or two later, they called and they said, would you like to design our house? And I said, of course. I was elated. So that's how Ian Stallings Design was formed. And since then, I've done work in the Bay Area, Los Angeles, Montana, New York, China, London, Nashville, back home in my home Midwest region. And since, in that mix, I've done 2 homes for that same couple, and we're still really good friends today. So again, work hard, show up, maintain your relationships. It's gonna be hard, but it'll be an easy ride too. You'll have a good time. So I've collaborated with friends and colleagues from high school, my film career, people I met in the film industry. Creative people are found everywhere. You're going to continue to meet them. You're going to continue to add them into your mix. You're going to continue to introduce them to your KCAD community, and it's going to grow and get stronger and stronger and stronger. So go to Oz, go have an adventure, but come back here and do your work. Because the Midwest suffered my generation of the brain drain. All the creatives left. We all went to New York and San Francisco and LA. But I feel like in the Midwest, we have this great opportunity right now. It's our time, it's our canvas. We've got these small cities and these small towns that are dotted all over the place that need your creative talent. They need your creative community. And I find it really fascinating, and I hope you all stick around. Like, again, go out, have an adventure, but come back and bring everybody with you, because we've got more than enough room at the ball. 10 years ago, I was in Berlin, roughly. Everybody was talking about Detroit. Everybody wanted to talk about the Midwest. Everybody on the globe knows this is the present and future of the creative force that's happening. Don't let go of it. So, congratulations for your achievements today. I know how hard you worked for these degrees. I know it's come with a lot of sacrifice from your friends and your family and yourselves. I know I've had a really, really supportive family. I got really lucky that way. But ultimately, you all did the work. So good job and congratulations. I hope you understand how exciting this moment is, because you're leaving the halls of academia and you're going out into a world full of problems. But you're the creative future. You know, we're problem solvers. We're planners, we're problem solvers. That's what we do. And you're well versed and prepared to do that now. There will always be something to overcome. Economic hardship, homophobia, racism, the AIDS crisis, 9/11, a global pandemic. The world's gonna keep spinning around. And you're gonna go out in the world and you're gonna do your work together, not despite of these challenges, but because of them. You got this, and I'm so excited that you're doing it. So go out, go have fun, and go get to work. Congratulations.
Thank you. Dr. Stallings. And now we are going to move. We're going to move to the portion of the ceremony that you have all been waiting for. The conferral of degrees is the formal recognition of the successful completion of a rigorous course of study. As each graduate crosses the stage, appearing on the screen will be an example of their work, which represents both the completion of the final graduation requirement and an individual visual statement of achievement. Our graduates and graduation candidates will be presented by degree and program in alphabetical order. You will also notice in the program that some of today's graduation participants graduated in 2019, 2020, or 2021. Due to the pandemic, KCAD transitioned its 2020 and 2021 graduation to virtual ceremonies. This past fall, we invited anyone who graduated virtually to join us today. We are so excited to see these alumni be recognized and officially cross the stage. Before we get started, I have one request. When the last graduate crosses the stage and all the graduates are asked to stand, it will be a very exciting moment. This is when I will return to the podium and confer all of the degrees. When this happens, please be patient for a few moments. I will then confer all the degrees and instruct our graduates to turn their tassels. Once it's official, your enthusiasm is welcomed and encouraged. These students have earned it, and some have been anticipating it for more than a year. Now, please welcome Stephen Halko, Dean of Academic Affairs, to preside over the conferral of degrees for the ceremony.
Will all the graduates and graduation candidates for the Master of Architecture degree, Master of Art Education degree, Master of Arts degree, and Master of Fine Arts degree please rise? President McCracken, upon recommendation of the faculty, I am pleased to present the recent graduates and 2022 candidates for the Master of Architecture degree, Master of Art Education degree, Master of Arts degree, and Master of Fine Arts degree. These graduates and candidates have fulfilled all the graduation requirements, and the faculty and I present them to you. I now invite these graduates and candidates to come forward to be recognized. Miranda Kronyak, Executive Director of KCAD's Urban Institute for Contemporary Arts, will announce these graduates and candidates.
Michael Aratunji Araniyai. Stephanie Balke. Receiving the Master of Art Education degree are Sarah Bezetta Johnson. Megan Lazar. Colleen O'Donnell. Lynette Marie Robinson. Receiving the Master of Arts in Design degree are Carlos Sanchez. Samantha Blake Stein. Receiving the Master of Arts in Visual and Critical Studies degrees is Hannah Christine Mabey. Receiving the Master of Fine Arts in Painting degree are Shannon Brienne Clauda. Ray Carfonta. Hannah Christine Maybe. Elizabeth Catherine Page.
Will all the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree please rise? President McCracken, upon recommendation of the faculty, I am pleased to present the graduates and 2022 candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree. These graduates and candidates have fulfilled all the graduation requirements, and the faculty and I present them to you. I now invite these graduates and candidates to come forward to be recognized. UICA Executive Director Miranda Kronyak will return to the podium to announce the graduates and candidates for the Bachelor of Science Art History degree.
Receiving the Bachelor's of Science degree in Art History are Katie Bork, Rowan Catherine Luther. The 2022 Excellent Award recipient for the Fine Art, Art History Program, Drew McPherson.
Will all the candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree please rise? President McCracken, upon recommendation of the faculty, I am pleased to present the graduates and 2022 candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree. These graduates and candidates have fulfilled all the graduation requirements, and the faculty and I present them to you. I now invite the recent graduates and candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Art Education, Collaborative Design, Digital Art and Design, and Digital Media to come forward to be recognized, and invite the remaining programs to be seated. Christine Haskell, Assistant Professor of General Education, will announce these graduates and candidates.
Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Art Education are graduating with academic honors and the 2022 Excellence Award recipient from the Art Education program, Ashley Boyer. Graduating with academic honors, Madeline Jean Brueggemann. Kendall Susan Exelby. Graduating with academic honors, Leslie Janeth Guerrero. Graduating with academic honors, Caitlin Marie Johnson. The 2021 Excellence Award recipient from the Art Education program and the 2021 Institutional Service Award recipient, Lynn Marie Lubert. Timothy M. McDaniel. Elizabeth Metzger. Graduating with academic honors, Rachel Ann Resterhaus. Graduating with academic honors, Rochelle Marie Snow. Graduating with academic honors, Savannah Jane Vickers. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Collaborative Design are the 2020 Excellence Award recipient from the Collaborative Design Program, Joe Dunisky. Graduating with academic honors, Jordan Gunn. Graduating with academic honors, Horatio Lizardo Jr. Zoe Marie Silver. Claire Took. Anna Vanderland. Graduating with academic honors and the 2022 Excellence Award recipient from the Collaborative Design Program, Sierra A. Walters. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Digital Art and Design are graduating with academic honors, China L. Bacon. Graduating with academic honors, Roisin Jade Carr. Graduating with academic honors, Emily Rose Grush. Nate Hadkey. Graduating with academic honors and the 2022 Excellence Pathways Academic Award recipient, Jenna Lohman. Graduating with academic honors, Lauren Malatek. There we go. Graduating with academic honors and the 2022 Excellence Award recipient from the Digital Art and Design Program, Kenna Savithri Murra. Graduating with academic honors, Jennifer Marie Martinez. Graduating with academic honors, Hannah Miedema. Romar Randy Morales. Graduating with academic honors, Linnea Hope Pachaki. Graduating with academic honors, Amber Thiel. Stephen Timmis. Graduating with academic honors, Ethan Scott Warford. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in digital media are Devin Lawson. Graduating with academic honors, Alexis Lynn LaPiccolo.
I now invite the recent graduates and candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Drawing, Fashion Studies, Furniture Design, and Graphic Design to come forward. Elisa Bond, Director of the KCAD Library, will announce these graduates and candidates.
Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Drawing are graduating with academic honors and the 2022 Excellent Award recipient from the Drawing Program, Emily Beeman. Matthew Brian Jones. Each year, one student is chosen from the graduating class to receive the highest academic honor of valedictorian, represented by the receipt of the bachelor's hood. May I present Michaela Porti, KCAD's 2022 valedictorian. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Fashion Studies are Jessica Marie Fittente. The 2022 Excellent Award recipient from the Fashion Studies program, Emma K. Nauda. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Furniture Design are Neil Geltema. Graduating with academic honors, Kathleen Kirsten Morrison. Graduating with academic honors and the 2022 Excellent Award recipient from the Furniture Design program, Boya Zhang. Tiano Stefan Zhang. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Graphic Design are Jade Marie Boersma. Adam Cowden. Graduating with academic honors, Isabella Maeve Cronley. Graduating with academic honors, Tyler J. Davis. Graduating with academic honors, Haley Dode. Graduating with academic honors, Ariana Gabriel Goss. Graduating with academic honors, Katie Harrelson. Hannah Eleanor Jansen Yee. Teresa Bell Lamont. Graduating with academic honors, Paula Yesel Len. Graduating with academic honors, Olivia Lesperance. Graduating with academic honors, Dale Little. Graduating with academic honors, Brett Matthews. Graduating with academic honors, Evan Lee Miller. Graduating with academic honors, Eliana Rose Peterson. Graduating with academic honors, Gabrielle Grace Podcool. Graduating with academic honors, Ileana Portencaso. Graduating with academic honors, Chloe May Robitaille. Graduating with academic honors, Jose A. Romero III. David Ruggieri. Graduating with academic honors, Maggie E. Schmidt. Graduating with academic honors, Kaja Smith. Graduating with academic honors, Connor Ray Stratton. Lucy Campbell Telgenhoff. Rachel Lynn Wadkey.
I now invite the recent graduates and candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Illustration, Industrial Design, and Interior Design to come forward to be recognized. Assistant Professor Christine Haskell will announce these graduates and candidates.
Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in illustration are, graduating with academic honors, Brooklyn Allen. Graduating with academic honors, Nicole Avrin. Graduating with academic honors, Casey Bernhard. Graduating with academic honors, Katie Bork. Graduating with academic honors, Sarah Burns. Graduating with academic honors, Emma Castro. Felix Coffin. Felicity E. Frobum. Sophia Henke. Autumn Malberg. Graduating with academic honors, Natalie Marshall. Graduating with academic honors, Shannon McCurdy. Graduating with academic honors, Austin Overfill. Morgan Audrey Stanton. Graduating with academic honors and the 2022 Excellence Award recipient from the Illustration Program, Jordan Thompson. Michelle Trujillo. Graduating with academic honors and the 2020 Excellence Award recipient from the Illustration Program, Emma Lucy Kirchmere Vandelinden. Graduating with academic honors, Samantha Weldon. Graduating with academic honors, Amanda J. Zomberg. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Industrial Design are graduating with academic honors and the 2022 Excellence Award recipient from the Industrial Design Program, Tyler James Dolly. Zachary Michael Fisher. Ihan Wang. Justin Zarita. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Interior Design are graduating with academic honors, Brooke Lauren Chrisman. Graduating with academic honors, Casey Lynn DeFew. Elizabeth Dwell. Graduating with academic honors, Emma Grace Graff. Brianna Hansen. Graduating with academic honors and the 2022 Excellence Award recipient from the Interior Design Program, Peyton Adair Helson. Graduating with academic honors, Jenny Jager. Graduating with academic honors, Sarah Elizabeth Kane. Graduating with academic honors, Maggie R. Kimbrell. Graduating with academic honors, Allison Elizabeth Meisner. Graduating with academic honors, Hannah Elizabeth Paul. Graduating with academic honors and the 2020 Excellence Award recipient from the Interior Design Program, Sarah Marie Petoskey. Madison Lee Tanis. Graduating with academic honors, Tiffany Marie Taylor. Caitlin Michelle Ulrich. Amanda Nicole Wyman.
I now invite the recent graduates and candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Medical Illustration, Painting, Photography, excuse me, Printmaking, and Sculpture and Functional Art to come forward. KCAD Library Director Elisa Vaughn will announce these graduates and candidates.
Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Medical Illustration are graduating with academic honors, Daria Gail Reynolds Hayward. Graduating with academic honors and the 2022 Excellence Award recipient from the Medical Illustration Program, Josephine Marie Heidel. Graduating with academic honors, Morgan A. Mager. Graduating with academic honors, Sarah Carey Trumbley. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in painting is graduating with academic honors and the 2022 Excellence Award recipient from the painting program, Madeline Dickman. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in photography are Chandler Adame. Graduating with academic honors, Megan Stefania DeRocha. Veronica A. Dearborn. Yanrial Celeste Hearn. Graduating with academic honors and the 2022 Excellent Award recipient from the photography program, Danny F. Hughes. Kinsey Nicole Jones. Aman Khan. Graduating with academic honors, Catherine LaCourciere. David Jeffrey Lux. Laura Suzanne McLaughlin. Graduating with academic honors, Emily Ryan O'Neill. Graduating with academic honors, Rachel Ann Resterhouse. Graduating with academic honors, Lauren N. Riley. Selena Salinas. Graduating with academic honors and the 2020 Excellence Award recipient from the photography program, Cassandra Renee Schrader. Callie Renee Sherman. Graduating with academic honors, Jessica Simons. Natalie Steinmel. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in printmaking are graduating with academic honors and the 2020 Excellent Award recipient from the printmaking program, Bailey L. Sell. Mitchell Van Dyke. Graduating with academic honors and the 2022 Excellent Award recipient from the printmaking program, Catherine Westbrook. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Sculpture and Functional Art are graduating with academic honors and the 2020 Excellent Award recipient from the Sculpture and Functional Art program, Emma Allison Riley.
President McCracken, this completes the list of graduates and candidates. Would all of the candidates please rise? I am honored to present the graduates and candidates for the Master of Architecture degree, Master of Arts degree, the Master of Fine Arts degree, the graduates and candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree, and the graduates and candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree.
upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Ferris State University Board of Trustees, I confer upon the candidates and reconfer for our recent graduates the Master of Architecture degree, the Master of Arts degree, the Master of Fine Arts degree, the Bachelor of Science degree, and the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree, and admit you all to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities to which this degree entitles you. You may now turn your tassel to the left side. Oh, I'm backwards. Graduates, you may be seated. And now I would like to invite to the podium Lori Faulkner, Associate Professor and Chair of Fashion Studies and the Ferris State University Distinguished Teacher Award recipient for 2019-2020, who will give the faculty farewell address.
What if you had one do-over? What one thing would you redo? The process of living requires us to navigate change. You see, every minute, every hour, every day of every year, we must take the good with the bad. It is how you view, process, and handle these experiences that becomes the indicator as to whether it is remembered as terrible, joyful, or just simply a learning experience. Consulting Google, which I know is the first step in your research process, we find that the word survive means to continue to live or exist despite danger or hardship. Thrive means to prosper, be fortunate or successful to grow, or develop vigorously. In other words, to flourish, which was also the theme of this year's capstone fashion show. Dr. Ellen Albertson, in her blog, Heart, Home, and Practices, talks about surviving as choosing the path with the least resistance and experiencing a lack rather than abundance, and says we do this for two main reasons: fear and habit. In his book, Flourish, Martin Seligman uses the acronym PERMA to give advice on how to go beyond just making it through situations in your life and to grow and enjoy what life throws at you. He lists P for positive emotions, E for engagement, R for relationships, M for meaning, and A for accomplishment. This seems like a good approach to writing a self-help book. Maybe through your 4, 5, or 6 years completing your degree, not passing any judgment here, you have found that acronyms help you remember the information given during lecture, at least until the test. But then you promptly move on to the next chapter and forget what you have just learned. Before you start to look at this as just another lecture, I want to suggest that a 3-letter acronym might be more memorable to you, as there are 2 fewer letters to remember, and so here is my submission. Etc. ETC, experience, think, and change. E is for experience, and this is simple. Recall your experiences and learn from them. All your experiences, not just the good ones, but the bad ones too. You've grown up with the idea that everyone is a winner. The coach would say, everyone is a winner, and while understanding that everyone is important and deserves respect, everyone is not always going to win. all the time. You don't get an A just because you showed up for class. You need to earn the A, B, C, D. Okay, I won't go there, but based on your quality and your quantity of your work. Surviving is showing up and receiving the trophy. Thriving is showing up for practice, learning the positions and strategies of the game, practicing, and then performing to your best ability. Sometimes, even when you do all that, your team doesn't end up winning the game. There will be disappointments, frustrations, and devastating losses in between times of success and the dizzying exhilaration that comes with achieving what you have been working towards so long. Today, you are experiencing that wonderful success. You made it. You are receiving the degree and walking out into your future. But you will hit another moment when you will be tested, feel dejected, and are unsure of your next move. And that is when you need to understand that this is just another step in your journey. T stands for think positively. When you experience that next moment when you are unsure what to do, tell yourself to step back, pull out any tidbits of joy, learning, and revelation, and use them to fuel your new pathway. KCAD has prepared you for your next steps. You have already started building your network with your instructors and your fellow students. Your paths will cross, and you will find each other in the future. Use those connections to forge new paths. C is for change, which we need to learn to embrace. If there is one thing that is guaranteed in life, it is that change can and will happen. Instead of feeling overwhelmed and having a breakdown, begin to break down what is ahead of you into small steps to address the issue at hand. Gradually moving forward is better than spinning your wheels in place and getting nowhere. Feeling overwhelmed is a natural reaction and tends to bog down your thoughts and prevent action. If you retrain your brain, you can get into the habit of knowing that in the middle of difficulty lives an opportunity. Your time at KCAD has helped you become a professional communicator, both verbally and visually, and those skills will set you up for success in your career path. Creative problem solving is what we do and what is needed in our ever-changing economy. Change brings unexpected opportunity with the possibility to not just survive a situation, but thrive. My words to you are etc., 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 ETC, experience, think positively, and change. Maya Angelou once said, "My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style." I could not agree more. So celebrate where you are, what you have accomplished, how you have persevered, and walk confidently forward into your future, ready to thrive. Thank you.
Thank you, Lori, for your inspirational words to our graduates. As we close our ceremony, I want to thank you for trusting KCAD to help guide your educational journey and extend my thanks to the supporters who are here today and have joined through the live stream to share this very important milestone with us. Congratulations, and remember, we are KCAD proud of each of you and look forward to seeing all the ways you will thrive and change the world. I would now like to invite our Grand Marshal, Dr. Susanna Engbers, back to the podium for our ceremonial closing.
As this celebration comes to an end, we would like to extend an invitation to each of you to join us for a reception honoring our graduates on the venue grounds. We hope you enjoy your day with your family and friends. You have earned it. And now I invite everyone to please rise and remain standing until the platform party, faculty, staff, and graduates have left the auditorium. The proceedings of the Kendall College of Art and Design of Ferris State University 2022 commencement ceremony have now concluded.